The morning was cold and grey, the kind of morning that makes even the warmest hearts feel a little heavy. People rushed past the old bus stop on Maple Street, their eyes fixed on their phones or their shoes, their minds already somewhere far away. Nobody noticed the young woman sitting on the bench at the corner. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of small moments to change lives, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness True Stories. Also, tell us in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? Her name was Lily, and she was 23 years old, though she looked much older. Her coat was thin and torn at the sleeves, her shoes were worn through at the soles, and her dark hair was tangled and dull. She had a small bag beside her that held everything she owned in the world: a change of clothes, a half-eaten granola bar, and a photograph of her mother. Lily had been homeless for 4 months. She had lost her job when the factory closed, and then she had lost her apartment when the rent money ran out. She had no family nearby, no friends who could take her in, and no idea what she was going to do next. Every day she sat at this bus stop because it had a roof, and the roof kept the wind away. She did not cry anymore. She had cried so much in the first weeks that now her tears had simply dried up, and all that was left was a quiet, hollow ache sitting in the center of her chest. People walked past her every single day and looked through her, as if she were made of glass, as if she were not really there at all. It is a strange and terrible feeling to be invisible. Among the crowd of rushing people that morning was a woman named Sarah, and she was holding the hand of her 6-year-old daughter, Emma. Emma was a small girl with big brown eyes and 2 uneven pigtails that her father had tried his best to braid before school. She wore a yellow raincoat and red rubber boots, and she noticed everything. While her mother was checking the bus schedule on her phone, Emma saw Lily sitting alone on the bench. She saw the torn coat. She saw the tired eyes. She saw the way Lily's shoulders were curled inward, the way a person holds themselves when they are trying to take up as little space as possible, as if they feel they do not deserve to be there. Emma let go of her mother's hand and took 3 small steps toward the bench. Her mother looked up immediately, ready to call her back, but something in the way Emma was walking made her stop and watch. Emma stood right in front of Lily and looked up at her with those wide, serious brown eyes. Lily noticed the little girl and managed a small, uncertain smile, the kind of smile that comes from a person who is not sure if they are welcome to smile at all. There was a pause, just a breath of silence between them, and then Emma said in her small, clear voice, "I think you need a hug. Can I hug you?" The words landed softly, like a feather falling from the sky. Lily blinked. Her lips parted, but no sound came out. Nobody had said anything kind to her in so long that she had almost forgotten what kindness felt like. Her eyes filled with tears, the tears she thought had all dried up, and she nodded slowly just once. Emma stepped forward without hesitation, wrapped her little arms around Lily's neck, and hugged her tightly and completely, the way only a child can hug, with their whole heart and no holding back. Lily closed her eyes. Her arms came up slowly and she hugged the little girl back. And right there at the cold grey bus stop, something inside her that had been broken and buried began to move again. Slowly, like a small plant pushing up through hard winter ground, Sarah watched with tears streaming silently down her own face. When Emma stepped back, she looked at Lily very seriously and said, "You are not invisible. I can see you." Sarah sat down beside Lily and they talked, quietly and simply, and Sarah learned about the factory, and the apartment and the photograph of the mother. Before the bus came, Sarah had given Lily her phone number, the address of a local shelter that had real support services, and every bit of cash in her wallet. But more than any of that, she had given Lily her full attention, her full presence, her eyes that said you matter. It was Emma, though, who gave her the most important thing of all. That hug said what no words could say, that every human being, no matter what they are going through, deserves to be seen and held and reminded that they are not alone. Lily got help. It took time, and it was not easy, and there were hard days ahead. But she always said afterward that everything changed At a cold bus stop on a grey morning when a 6-year-old girl in a yellow raincoat looked at her and said, "I think you need a hug." Sometimes the smallest person in the room carries the biggest heart, and sometimes a single moment of pure human kindness is enough to turn someone's whole world around. Never underestimate what you can do with a kind word, a warm smile, or something as simple and powerful as a hug. If this story touched your heart and reminded you of the beauty of human kindness, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel Kindness True Stories, where we bring you real and moving stories that restore your faith in humanity. Every share helps this message of kindness reach one more heart.